Welcome back to Matchday 17 of Season 3 Simulation Soccer League action. We have a big day today. Today it is the day in which we could be crowning a new champion. Sydney City and Inter London will be playing for that title spot in our fourth match of the day. But first up, we do have a matchup with the bottom dwellers today. We have Cairo City taking on Seoul MFC. Cairo in 10th place right now in the bottom of the league, and Seoul in 7th. Both seasons in which the teams will look to bounce back from next year, but for this year they'll be looking to finish strong. After that, we'll be heading over to Athênai, where CF Catalunya will be taking them on. Then Tokyo FC will be taking on Hollywood FC. Then our premier match of the day, Inter London will be taking on Sydney City. Decide who will be leading that title race heading into match day 18. And we have Montreal United at Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires at Montreal United to finish this off. Though, onto our match at hand here, we have Cairo City taking on Seoul, and Seoul very nearly taking advantage of a golden opportunity there. Seoul coming out in the 4-3-3 formation with a singular left wing back pushed up, so a bit of a left wing overload there. They're playing alongside Malte. Malte, the rookie from Canada, scoring 8 goals on the year for Seoul, equaling the best for their team. Malte will be looking to make a Rookie of the Year run here. Meanwhile, we have Seoul playing in their very similar 4-2-3-1 with those wingbacks pushed up. Torres up front for them, looking to kick on his late game form with another goal. Had one in his last match, 10 through 18 games so far. Ball is played back to Seoul here. Seoul in 7th place in the standings here, and very nearly able to put themselves a little closer to 5th on a strike there. Unfortunately, unable to find the net. Up to the save there is, I believe that's Bori Barfleet in net, the Australian goalkeeper, standing in at 4'11", averaging 2.94 goals this season this year. Goals a game this season for Cairo City. On the other side of the field, we have King Kong, that is the Korean goalkeeper for Seoul MFC, standing in at 6'4", 2.11 goals in 90 minutes. Not the best season for any of these keepers. I'm sure they would have liked to see those numbers go below the 2 mark here, but Noodle very nearly finds a way to strike that from a magical distance, but instead we'll watch that fly wide. Seoul controlling the run of play here, though both teams really sharing 50-50 possession. Cairo City unable to really threaten the Seoul net, having a couple of set pieces from dangerous places, but unable to really direct them netwards, as Cairo is able to clear with their back three there of Hood, Toastman, and Calvatore in that midfield, playing a defensive midfield role. Sorry, he's playing in the defensive midfield and a halfback. Now ball flies out to the left here for Hugh Mann. Seoul will look to set this now as they push themselves a little bit further into the box. Miller is able to get that shot in the direction of the net, though unable to get that onto the net. So we'll need to get more of those shots onto the net if they hope to take a lead today. Cairo City with a wary cross, unable to find anyone but the hands of King Kong, and back the Cairo City players will go. Still having a lot of luck with that long ball today, able to connect with their forwards on those long strikes. Malte is through now, though unable to direct that onto Bori Barfleet, and will just put that wide. Story of the half here for Seoul is they take away time, 55 seconds in the first half there, 45 gone, and Seoul do hold about 56% possession. They have those 9 shots in the direction of the net, though only 2 really hitting the net so far. They will need to be a little more accurate in the second half if they wish to pull off a win here. Cairo City, on the other hand, only 4 shots on net, 45%, 4 shots on goal. Not in the direction of the net, but only 45% possession. They will need a little more in the second half if they want to pull off the upset today. Roster in for Cairo City. They are here from Hollywood FC, coming over from the mid-season trade near to the trade deadline there. Good chance for Cairo City. Probably their best of their game is called offside, and ball will go the other way. Malte here for Seoul. They will be looking to capitalize on their opportunities that they've had so far. Mayoi very nearly able to do that themselves, but unfortunately Toastman able to get in front of that shot for Cairo and deflects that out for the corner. Toastman is then shoved and able to draw the foul and get Cairo out of their box. Now free kick for Cairo outside of Seoul's box. King Kong able to come up big and pick up the ball there. 54 minutes off the clock here. Cairo able to press well now. Larson on through, potentially onto the net here, and King Kong able to come up with a big save. Jakob Larson missing a brilliant opportunity here for Cairo City. One-on-one with King Kong and choosing to go short side there, unable to make the most of that. Interesting to note that on the bench today for Cairo City is Davy Mack, Zaki Norega, Narso Koivu, and Benji Trias. As Jeeves puts a header back to Bori Barfleet, looked more like a save than a collection. Barfleet will be happy to not see that hit the back of his net. Average of 2.94 goals, hitting that back of the net for Barfleet this season so far every game, closer to 3. We will see if they can get it lower here. It is likely as Seoul need to score 3 in 10 minutes if they wish to drag that up. But Cairo City able to play some stalwart defense. Larson now protects an opportunity for Suarez, and there it is! Franco Torres, late game goal! Late season goal, 73rd minute. Franco Torres finding his 11th goal of the season. The Spanish forward, 6'11" standing. Known to score late into the season. Here we go. There it is, just tucks that ball beside King Kong there. Kong able to get to a couple of those earlier this game, not able to get to that one for Seoul, and unfortunately they will need to bounce back here with a goal, or it's going to be a bit of a disappointing finish for them. They have really controlled the run of play, have Seoul MFC, but no goals on the day for them today, and with Cairo up 1, they will need 1 to even draw back. Now ball up the right-hand side here for Noodle, playing on the their favored right-hand position. Ball through the center for Mueller. Miller with a long shot. That is going nowhere as Bori Barfleet able to collect that easily. Now Cairo City with a corner that is cleared by Seoul. Covered by Cairo City, though Seoul pressing hard, looking for a turnover, trying to flip the narrative here. Jeek with a cross in, and Antiveri with a header that just goes over the bar. Cairo really turning it on this second half after being really outpossessed and outplayed in that first half. They have found their legs in the second here. Ball will bounce off Toastman's head on a clearance there, and Mayoi will be there to pick it up. Malte with a tight quarter shot, and Ketchup Noodle able to clean up the rebound. I believe that came off the feet of a couple people. Barfleet able to make a couple of those saves there. Malte on the tight angle, and then I believe he saved a tap from Mueller, but unable to get that third one there. That's one, and then nope. Ball does take a bounce off of Mueller, who is blocked off by Hood, and comes to Ketchup Noodle. Ketchup Noodle able to tap that in, tie the game. That will be Noodle's 6th goal this season, 10 points of the year so far for the winger. Congratulations to him. And Addison Bond here for Seoul to perhaps seal it. The ball does go outside, and we do have a couple opportunities here. 2 minutes left extra time as we tick into the 91st minute. Bore Barfla able to pick that up. Cairo City will look to counter the other way, hoofs the ball down the field, and Seoul with their back two able to recover today. Playing in a backline made of Costanza, Mertz, and Cole. Now Malte could be through here. Marianne Malte able to get that shot on the net, but Bori Barfley making a massive save for Cairo City there to keep them equal on the day. Still have looked very dangerous coming out late here. That late goal by Torres really waking them up, and they've got the equalizer. Now looking for the winner. Cairo City will clear the ball out deep and hope the referee will blow the whistle on the 92. And perhaps a last-minute chance here for Cairo City. Jakob Larsson is in. And that's the whistle. Jakob Larsson brought to a stop with inside the box and unable to connect on the pass. Referee will finish the day off for both teams. Score is 1-1 for Cairo City and Seoul MFC. Seoul MFC having to, I think they would have to feel a little hard done by here. 2.11 XG to the 0.76 XG of Cairo City, though Cairo City able to put it away when it matters, having a couple of those brilliant opportunities one-on-one versus King Kong. Seoul MFC, though, have looked the team of better form and better offense, but unable to convert there. They will come into the last match day of the week. I believe they are going to be Seoul MFC 7th with 20th points. Let me retry that. Seoul MFC will be coming into match day 18 at 7th with 20 points, and Cairo City will be down in 10th with 9. Cairo unable to really move up or down again in the standings this season, so really dead rubber games for them. Meanwhile, Seoul MFC tying up Montreal United. We'll have to see if Montreal can pull a win today to distance themselves. But first, we are headed over to Greece. We're headed to Athênai, where Athênai F.C will be taking on Catalunya, CF Catalunya to be clear. The Spanish outfit finding themselves in, I believe that is 4th. Athênai themselves are having a bit of a difficult late season. They are having a tough second half. 6 games without a win now for Athênai FC. They will be looking for one here. Riesman could be through here, though Gunnarsson able to make a save. Does kind of make a bundle of that one and is able to push that just onto the outside here. Athênai are lining up in a 4-2-3-1 with a defensive midfielder. Whereas Catalunya do line up in their trademark 4-3-3. They do have the striker Leo Papadopoulos playing in their what will likely be second last game for Catalunya. Leo Papadopoulos is the player for user Steve Iva. Steve has been confirmed as one of our expansion GMs moving into Season 4 here. Congratulations, Steve. And we'll see if we can get one more goal or 1 or 2 more goals for Catalunya FC, though Shion Okamoto will be looking for one himself. Okamoto having a couple of opportunities for Catalunya this year, having 6 goals in this season so far, looking for a 7th. He also missed quite a few number of opportunities as well, but could be through here as Papadopoulos. Papadopoulos able to find some space between that Athênai back line there. Athênai coming out in a more balanced formation today, and they are really struggling to hold on to the ball. Time does tick away into the half, though. Athênai with 36% possession of the ball. Catalunya playing their trademark style of suffocation football, 64 possession of the ball, though only 2 shots on the net and 1 shot having to, or sorry, 1 shot forcing the save there by Yannick Anderson. On the other side, Athênai do have 5 shots on the direction of the net, with 2 actually hitting the net, despite their 36% possession, able to play quickly on that counter. We'll have to see which one of the 2 strategies prevail here, as Athênai now with the possession of the ball in the second half before turning that over deep in the Catalunya half. Vinsvins does pick up a yellow card here. That's his 7th yellow card for the Vietnamese right back. I think that is user, I want to say Big Yoshi? Should be Yosh. Yarvin now for Catalunya with a long cross. Okamoto just barely puts that over the net. I'd like to say Yannick Anderson would have been there to make the save. The 6'6" Danish goalkeeper, incredibly difficult to beat on the high ball, averaging 1.39 goals against in 90 minutes so far this season. On the other end of the field, it is Gunnarsson, the Icelandic goalkeeper, standing in at 6'1". 2 of our really premier goalkeepers this year so far. Gunnarsson averaging 1.30 goals in 90 minutes. As time does tick away, as it could be a bit of a boring 0-0 draw. I take that back. Henrik Lind with the header into the top corner. That beats Gunnarsson. That is Henrik Lind's 4th goal of the season. The 5'10" Swedish defender on the corner, open space, and tucks that home. Athênai FC could be walking out of here with a win, snatching one at the death. Catalunya need to turn it around here, and they will have no time to do so. Sinclair able to pick up the turnover, though unable to turn the play around before the referee blows the whistle and calls this match to a close. A bit of a slow game from both teams, though I will say Athênai FC did have the bulk of opportunities on the match. 7 shots in the direction of the net, 3 on target, meager 0.5 XG, though Catalunya, despite all their possession, not able to do much better. Catalunya really unable to get the offense going today, despite maintaining a massive amount of the ball. Athênai will be happy to pick up their first win. Again, that's their first in 7. So they will be looking to end the season strongly there. Catalunya will now lose that 4th place spot to Athênai. Athênai do claim the 3 points. They jump up to 27. Catalunya on 26 will fall down to 5th. Next up, we do have Tokyo FC taking on Hollywood FC. Sorry, Tokyo FC Sporting Club and Tokyo FC Football Club. Tokyo, the Japanese team, will be visiting Hollywood today. Hollywood in 3rd place after a second half bounce back, really taking advantage of Athênai's struggle and jumping into the competition for 3rd now, though the first 2 teams, Inter London and Sydney City, have really pulled away in the league race this year. Tokyo FC find themselves in the 9th spot in our standings, though a win could potentially see them move up to 8th over Buenos Aires. Correction on our earlier standings update. With a win, Athênai will actually jump up to 3rd. Hollywood FC on 26 points as well. We will see if they can make it 29 here with a win over Tokyo, or if Tokyo will be making 18 points on their year and jumping over Buenos Aires. I'm sure they would like that. Tokyo do come out in their very trademark sort of 3-5-1-1, whereas Hollywood FC also using a trademark formation of theirs. They'll be playing in a 4-3-3 this time around. I have been told by Hollywood that their staff will be bringing on the attack today, looking to really clinch those 3 points and propel themselves into 3rd. As I mentioned before, Hollywood a little bit outside of mathematical competition for the for the league title, and by a little bit, I do mean they have been completely mathematically eliminated, though. Ricky Bobby able to come on through, and that is a wide open cage for Tiki Taka, who pounces on the rebound. Not quite sure what Cody Hill was doing there. The American goalkeeper just kind of watching Ricky Bobby fumble his chance into Roop, and then just absolutely gaping cage. Tiki Taka, even from a tight angle, Visser not able to block that out, and that is as easy as they come for Hollywood. Up very early, 4 minutes into the game. That's Tiki Taka, the Polish striker, sitting in at 6'1". That is their 11th goal of the season. Could have 12 here, and there it is. Ricky Bobby finding the through ball. Tiki Taka slotting that home. Cody Hill really just unable to compete with Tiki Taka today. 12 minutes into the game right now, 2-0 down for Tokyo FC, 2-0 up for Hollywood, and yeah, Cody Hill just not ready for that one. Slow start for Tokyo today. They find themselves 2-0 down. Hollywood FC really loving that long ball. Ricky Bobby, the 6'10" Zambian striker, able to really connect with the rest of the forwards on those balls. Nico Rashford, though, does miss a golden opportunity, skies that ball, and Taka almost had a third on the corner there. On a free kick outside the box. Tokyo do have 50% possession as we come into the 30-minute mark. They have had a couple of opportunities on their own, but unable to make the most of it. As I mentioned, Hollywood coming out in a more attacking formation today. Tokyo looking to control possession of the ball, and it does seem as we tick into the 36 minutes so far, they've managed to do so. Though there is just so much space in the box for any Hollywood forward right now. It's just so hard to box them out, and even with 3 defenders, you can see Tokyo having a bit of a difficult time marking everybody. Jones able to find the space there. We will see who can find the space here. And that's Tiki Taka again. Cody Hill surging out to make the save. This time able to make the best of that and come up on top of the Polish forward. Taka really aiming for their hat-trick today. That is yet another opportunity that they've had onto the net in the direction of the net. 2 goals so far. We will see if they can find their third. Time to stick away into the halftime mark here as we run into the 45 minutes. It is a 2-0 ball game for Hollywood FC. They hold the bulk of the chances, 11 shots in their direction of net, 4 on the actual net, and only holding 48% possession to the ball, though that's close enough to 50, that 2-goal lead. I'm sure they'll be happy with that. Tokyo, on the other side, holding 52% possession of the ball, unable to connect with Sky Razzie on those long balls, and we will see if they can find a little more success. They do have that right wing overload that they love to use, but not able to exploit that today, unfortunately, despite Hollywood's rather narrow formation. Hollywood playing in that 4-3-3 narrow with those 3 strikers up front has come up so big for them as of late. Ricky Bobby nearly able to pick off a wayward pass and find Tiki Taka, though Tokyo will recover and clear. Scott Sterling standing in on the other side here for Tokyo. For Hollywood FC, not having to be called on too many times this match. Having an average of 1.20 goals against in 90 minutes. The 6'6" American goalkeeper, the cup hero of last season, looking to repeat their heroics, not during the regular season, more in towards the cup final that we played this Saturday between Hollywood FC and Sydney City. Sydney City with the ability to potentially close the league race today as they take on Inter London in our next match. Though Sydney City also potentially on for a double as they are in our League Cup final. Hollywood was in that prestigious position last year, having won the league and then the League Cup the final penalties here. Big save by Scott Sterling to secure that, though unable to secure that one, as Sky Rise will put that home for Tokyo, and Tokyo will draw one back. Scott Sterling really left out to dry there by Hollywood's defenders, as Sky Raj just in so much space here. Visser down that right wing, and Raj just completely unmarked by Yarrow there. Able to get that foot on it and direct the ball home. A brilliant piece of play there on that right wing there by Tokyo. Visser, the complete wingback. That is their 7th assist of the season. Sky Raj's 19th goal this season for the Canadian striker. Sky Raj standing in a whopping 6'11". Hollywood FC very nearly able to draw themselves up another goal, as the ball from a long while out just barely flies over the corner. Time does tick away into the 83rd, 84th minute here now, and it looks like Hollywood FC will be drawing out this game. Tokyo with a potential late opportunity here on the corner. 86 minutes now with Isagi to take. Though that is immediately defended by Hollywood. We will get another. Looking to find the head of Sky Raj, though Sam Siege able to play interception there and tucks that into the near post. That flies over Scott Sterling's arm. And Tokyo FC able to draw equal here. What a brilliant comeback it is by them. A brilliant second half, and they find themselves equal on the ball game now. 91, 92 minutes ticking away here. Hollywood FC with perhaps one last opportunity. Long ball goes all the way past Jones over to Versetti, and that will be our ball game. An amazing drawback by Tokyo. 2 late goals in the second half to bring our game equal. Really a tale of two halves here. Hollywood dominating that first half, though unable to replicate the domination in the second. Their attacking sort of style does come back to bite them, as they find themselves just a little more open on that backside. Visser able to find space and find Skyrise for that tap in to get them one close before a set piece by Isagi and Sam Siege combine to tie the ball game for for Tokyo. Tokyo will be very happy to take a draw out of that. I think coming back from 2-0 down, I'm sure they'll be disappointed not to win, but they'll be happy not to lose there. Hollywood FC, on the other hand, that will confirm that they do not jump themselves back up to 3rd. Instead, they will slide down to 4th now, Athênai jumping up above them to 3rd with a win over Catalunya. Tokyo draw will draw them a point closer to Buenos Aires. They are 1 off of the 8th place team now, though Buenos Aires will be looking to pick up a win in our last game of the day. However, we turn our attention to the premier matchup of our match day 17th. We have Inter London currently sitting in first place, taking on Sydney City. Inter London will be playing at home. Sydney City, the visitors. Last time Inter London visited Sydney, they were blown out in a bit of an embarrassing 4-1 loss for the current league leaders. It is a tight race all the way down to the wire here, with 2 games left to play. Inter London sitting on the top with 35 points. Sydney City only a single point off at second with 34 through 16. And it is worth noting we could potentially crown a winner today. If Inter London do win, they will be 4 points off coming into our match day 18th, and as such will be the league champions. Though G-Fuel looking to change that in open space, finding the shot onto the net, though Tony Yeboah able to make the save. Inter London here lining up in a very standard formation from them. Actually, this is a newer formation from them this year, though standard to the league. It is a 4-2-3-1, moving away from that 4-3-3 that we see has been standard for them this season. Lately, they've been playing in a 5-2-3, I want to say, with the 3 center backs. But today moving into a 2 center back formation and favoring the extra midfielder. Liang Kai is through here. Liang Kai will put that home. Is that onside? That looks like it's been disallowed. The referee does blow for offside here. Let's check the replay, and that is very clearly a foot offside for Liang Kai. Unlucky for the left winger. really having putting on quite the performance this year for Inter London. So far, 24 points in 18 games for the winger. Possible now potentially with an opportunity off the counter here for Sydney City. Dangerous off the counter is Sydney City. 0-44, our league leader in goals so far this season, having a total of 29 through 22 games, smashing all league goal scoring records, to be quite frank. 0-44 mentioning that he has himself scored more goals than a couple of our teams in total this season so far. Though Inter London able to connect here. Sydney City playing in a newer sort of 4-2-4 formation, using 2 strikers, not something we've seen out of them this year so far. They will be playing with those 2 double poachers, with Yusada Pecora and 0-44 playing up front. Pecora on the left, 44 on the right there, looking to take advantage of that long ball and see if they can get something through onto their forwards. So Inter London with an opportunity deep in the Sydney City half here. 25 minutes on the day. Nessie with the ball down the right-hand side, one-on-one with G Fuel, and Liang Kai able to get his foot to the ball on the cross, though certified problem, not finding too much problem with that. Certified problem, the 6'4" Israeli goalkeeper, averaging in 1.23 goals in 90 minutes. As strange as it might sound, I really do think he might make a push for Rookie of the Year. Mens on the right-hand side, able to find the cross in for Asclequeta. Asclequeta does bundle that one and sends it wide of the post. 30 minutes now passed. Now a draw for either team here will be interesting, as that will keep things on par headed into our last match day, and potentially will make things vital for Inter London. Inter London will be taking on Seoul, and I believe they'll be taking on Buenos Aires, though right now they'll be taking on 0-44 as a penalty conceded by McGurk on a terrible tackle at the edge of the box here. 0-44 to score his 30th. Tony Yeboah with a massive save! Tony Yeboah, the Canadian goalkeeper, 6'4", able to deny 0-44 his 30th goal of the season from the mark. 0-44 was looking to tuck that high into the corner there. Yeboah able to get a glove to it. G Fuel potentially on through here. Yeboah with another massive stop. Yeboah surging out to play the ball there and able to sweep that away as Inter London let G Fuel just walk into the box again. We will see if they eventually find an answer to that. Though Inter London with the ball now and perhaps an opportunity to counter. Clements is through in space now. G Fuel unable to contain, though will eventually come around. London maintaining possession here. Gordon could be through. Gordon finding Asclequeta on a short pass. Asclequeta with a tap in. There's nothing certified problem could have done about that. Just a breakdown in the play by Sydney City's box. A turnover will give London the chance to counter here. They turn around. Gordon dribbling down the line and able to find Asclequeta, who sweeps that ball home. And a stunner by Inter London to get the lead very early in the game, and very quickly follows up with 2 yellow cards. That's a yellow card to Mazin Time, that's their 2nd of the season, and a yellow card to Bud Light McGurk, and that is the 4th yellow card for McGurk this season. London with a 1-0 lead coming into the 43rd minute now. Sydney City pressing hard to see if they can force a turnover and get the point back themselves. As it stands, if Inter London hold this out, they will win the league. Pecora potentially through. Yeboah surging out and caught out of position, though Pecora unable to find the shot on net there. Inter London saved from yet another disastrous breakdown in play. unlucky for Sydney City, you must say, as they come into halftime down 1-0. The cheeky one shot on net for Inter London ending up in the back of the net. 8 shots in the direction of Sydney City's net so far. Owen 44 missing from that penalty spot, unable to put Sydney City in the lead, and G Fuel missing on a couple good opportunities himself. Sydney City have had massive chances. We will see if they can continue to exploit that Inter London defense here coming into the second half. Though time on the left-hand side finding some space now. Clements able to get onto that header, though unable to direct that too dangerously into the net, and Certified Problem able to make a save there. Just the third shot on the net for London today. The 10 shots on the day so far. Havoc with a cheeky backheel to Malachi Black as Sydney City find themselves surging on through. Owen 44! Owen 44 again, missing a golden opportunity to tie the game for Sydney City. Owen 44 must be having a bit of a mare today. Not used to missing that many opportunities, having, as I mentioned, 29 goals in the season so far, leading the league by a good margin. Though Sydney City turning the ball over in the midfield quite often, able to force as many turnovers from Inter London, though. A possible could be on through the Tony Yeboah with another big save. The Ghanaian goalkeeper really coming up big for London here. London do look to be potentially holding on to the singular point if Yeboah could keep his clean sheet here, though. Sydney City surging on forward here, potentially a dangerous opportunity for them. That is a long shot, I believe, from the rookie Yusada Pizkura, unable to direct that towards the net. We have a flurry of yellow cards for Sydney City. Owen 44 picking up his 4th yellow of the season. Darren Lockyer picking up their 3rd of the season. We'll come back in a minute to that. Now Havoc on the right hand side. Hunter Havoc now. The cross into the box, and Owen 44 eventually able to get a header to that. Tony Yeboah able to jump on that ball. That's the 6th shot on net for Sydney City. 6 saves for Tony Yeboah on the day, including that 1 penalty stop early on in their first half there. Nessie could be on through now. Nessie with some space on that right-hand side. Clements with a shot from a tough angle. Not going to be a problem there very often, though we've seen a couple of beauties from both teams scored in tight angles this year. Inter London with a corner that is eventually recovered, though turned over right again to Sydney City back in their half. Sydney City able to maintain about 45% possession on the day. London does just squeeze out the advantage there with around 55% possession, though I must say Sydney City have had the better looking chances here. Hunter Havoc able to force another turnover as a breakdown by Inter London is calamitous, and that is a very sketchy looking tackle by McGurk, who's already on a yellow, and this should be a red. There it is, that's a 2nd yellow card by the referee. Bud Light large box McGurk sent off in the second half for Inter London, who hold a 1-0 lead. It is getting a little bit sketchy here for the potential champions. If Sydney City able to pull themselves equal, we will have a very interesting match day 18, and if Sydney City win, they could potentially see themselves champions on match day 18. Sydney City looking to capitalize on the opportunity given to them by that red card there. 10 minutes with a man down now for Inter London, but like McGurk, a key part of that Inter London defensive midfield, though playing in a regular left-sided midfielded role today. Still a key member of that midfield defense team. Now a gap on that left side there for Inter London. We will see if they can see out this match here. Turnover by Clements on the left-hand side. Possible now, and that is Owen 44 with a rocket. That is an absolute stunner by Sydney City to draw themselves equal, and that will stump Inter London's hope of winning the title today. With a man down, you must say they have to be looking to pull themselves out with a draw. That is a absolute sauce rocket by Owen 44 for the Slovenian striker's 30th goal of the season on the one-timer. Tony Yeboah, no chance on the day. Now, 89 minutes now, ticking away. Inter London with a late corner, and that's a penalty? Okay, Malachi Black with a push, and Aspilicueta with an opportunity late in the season from the spot here. Aspilicueta, 90th minute penalty goal, 20th of the season for Connor Aspilicueta, and Inter London find themselves up in front with 2 minutes left on the day, and a man down. Could this be it for the Inter London squad? Late chance now, 92nd and half minute. Referees extra time ticking over. Could this be it? No one last opportunity for Sydney City, and that is indeed the win for Inter London. Inter London, I want to say that is the league win for them. There is no celebration here, but congratulations to Inter London. I'm pretty sure that puts them way outside. A win over Sydney City puts them 4 points up over coming into the final match day of the week. There's no one that can catch them, and Inter London are your Season 3 regular season SSL champions. Congratulations to Inter London. Though I must say, congratulations to Sydney City as well as an expansion team, having a massive year to even compete for both the league title and the Cup is an amazing achievement. Congratulations to both of those managers and the entire team over at Sydney City. And congratulations to Inter London on their first league title of their history. We will come back now with our final game of the season, final game of the day. CF Buenos Aires do take on Montreal United. The Argentinians will be visiting Canada when we come back. And welcome back. We do have our final game, match day 17. We wind down the exciting finish in that last game with this game here. We have 6th place Montreal United taking on 8th place Buenos Aires. Montreal United are playing a bit of a dead rubber match here. Nothing to win for them as they currently sit 6 points off of Catalunya and Hollywood. No chance of catching them this season unless they win this and next game and win on goal difference. So a bit of a long shot. Though Buenos Aires find themselves in 8th place with a golden opportunity for Taylor there on Adam Rage. Buenos Aires currently on 17 points. A win will tie them to Montreal, so all to play for today for the second of our 2 expansion teams in S3. Yeah, another reminder that we will be having 2 more expansion teams coming into S4. We are looking to move up to the grand total of 12 teams in our league. Exciting times as we do know who those managers are. Steve Iva from, I believe that is Catalunya, I want to say, and then I want to say our other expansion manager is, forgive me, I don't quite know off the top of my head, it's KZB, and I believe KZB is actually an S3 rookie, so congratulations to them. They have won the 2nd expansion bid, and I'm excited to see what those 2 teams are. Buenos Aires and Sydney City evidently making very good additions to our league so far. Speaking of Buenos Aires, they will be lining up in their tried and trademark tested formation in the narrow 4-2-3-1. Montreal United coming out in a aggressive 4-3-3 with those wings backs pushed up. Trademark for them as well this season as an opportunity very nearly finds itself into the back of the net. On the opposition net is Radek Sabota, the Czechoslovakian goalkeeper. 6'6" in standing, averaging 2.12 goals in 90 minutes so far this season. On the other side of the field, that is Adam Rage, the Italian goalkeeper, having been a standout performer for Montreal United this season, averaging 1.90 goals against, despite Montreal's struggles. Montreal not struggling too much here, though. Crucis able to dribble himself into the box with a golden opportunity, and that is Gianni Crucis finding himself a goal on the bounce. I want to say that took a bounce somewhere. Let's see the replay there. If this counts, that it will be Crucis' first goal of the season. Yeah, indeed, that does take an unfortunate bounce off of Katarina and finds itself into the back of the net. I apologize. That's not actually. I don't think that's Sabota in net. I actually think that's Hoshi Oakdown. Hoshi Oakdown, the 5'10" Australian goalkeeper. That is indeed him in net, making their third start of the season, averaging 1.50 goals against. Governo through now for Buenos Aires, and brilliant passage of play for Buenos Aires. Governo able to score there, fourth of the season for the Scottish striker, standing in at 5'11". Antonio Governo able to put that away. Gorkov here really makes the play with a pass to Villa, and Tali just plays that one-timer onto Governo. Such a smooth swing of play, and Buenos Aires answered back. Buenos Aires really able to find their goal-scoring stride in this formation here, playing with those three shadow strikers in the attacking midfield. Though they do find themselves a little bit weaker down the flanks, something that Montreal really love to exploit with those wingbacks pushing up on attack there. The Buenos Aires potentially through an opportunity. Papastapadopoulos able to get the block in there, and Adam Rage able to collect the ball. 21 minutes ticking away now here. Buenos Aires really holding the bulk of the chances in this first half that look really good. Montreal had a couple early on, but really unable to control the possession of play, much like Buenos Aires have. Buenos Aires preferring to play in a more average sort of passing style, though nothing average about that, as Antonio Guerrero is into the net with his second goal of the game. Down the right-hand side, there is Taylor, who does beat a man and dribbles all the way around before finding Governo. Governo able to poach that pass, tuck it into the back of the net for their fifth of the season, and now on for the hat-trick very early on. 30th minute now, we are up with Buenos Aires 2 against Montreal United 1. Montreal at home. Canadian outfit will be looking to answer there, as Villa does find himself in space on that left-hand side now. Ball being cycled again for Buenos Aires. Will we see another opportunity here? Checker looking for that opportunistic long shot past Papastapadopoulos. Papastapadopoulos, the Greek defender, able to make the stop there. Time does tick away into our 40th minute here. Our simmer just making sure that the replays are on the correct setting, and indeed I believe they are. It's just a bit of a slower game despite the opportunities now, and as I say that, Silvery Druid very nearly makes things exciting. That is Hoshi Oakdown in net. I apologize to Radek Sabota, though I don't apologize to Buenos Aires, who scored a beautiful free kick. That is, I believe, that is the attacking midfield left for Buenos Aires. That is Laurent Gorkov, the French midfielder, scoring their 7th goal of the season there. I believe that is, yes, that is user Zema, their GM. Congratulations, Zema, that's a beauty. I would save that for you in a heartbeat. Just outside the box is, and that is the third goal for Buenos Aires. They come into the halftime with a 3-1 lead, deservedly. Buenos Aires again will be looking to pick these 3 points up to tie themselves on the standings with Montreal United and really solidify what has been a good bounce back to a rough start to their initial bid in the SSL. Instead, Montreal will be needing 2 to equalize here and hold on to their spot in 6th. Montreal United, one of the original teams from our, I believe, 10. Hard to see them struggling here today. They are holding the bulk of possession though, about 53-52% possession of the ball on the day, and have had a couple of good passages out wide, though Buenos Aires really just keen to punish down the center there. Lexington on the ball now. Dorian Lexington, the Canadian midfielder, Canadian center back, currently on a yellow card. That's their 3rd yellow card of the season. Ansa also on a yellow card, 3rd yellow card this season for Kofi Ansa, the Ghanaian winger. Lauren Gorkov could be through here as well, beating Jaeger on the dribble. Then Doofenshmirtz clumsily runs into Gorkov. Governo on the spot to score his 3rd. Tucks that away behind Adam Rage. Adam Rage just unable to come to Montreal's save today. The goalkeeper normally able to make massive stops, unable to really do too much as his team has really broken down defensively at this point in time. And that is Antonio Giovanni's 6th goal of the season. Coming into this game, he had 3. He doubles it by the end of this game, scoring 3 more. The Scottish striker netting his 1st hat-trick of the season and 1st hat-trick of their career, really. Antonio Giovanni is a rookie. That is user Ant. Congratulations, Ant, on your hat-trick. Reaches for the cross and finds Ansi on the far post. Ansi climbing above Checker to tuck one ball home for Montreal. Maybe a consolation effort, having found themselves 3 down in the 80th minute, but now 2 in the 81st. We've seen Stranger. Looking at you, Man City. Montreal United needing another quick goal. 87 minutes now, could be on for the comeback here as we have an opportunity down in Buenos Aires half. And there it is, Coffee Bishop tucks home a 2nd goal for Montreal United. All of a sudden, they're only 1 down. 87th minute into the game now. Buenos Aires once holding a very comfortable 4-1 lead, now not so comfortable as they found themselves up 3-4. Into the injury time as we go. Buenos Aires holding that ball for their dear life. Well, we have one last chance for Montreal United potentially here. Ball goes all the way back. They have to know the ref is looking at the clock. And that is unfortunate for Montreal, who are unable to come back into that. Buenos Aires does scrape out a 4-3 win. A volley of 4 goals unanswered between the 1st and 2nd half for them. Antonio Giovanni coming up massive with a hat-trick, and Buenos Aires do draw themselves just a little bit closer onto those standings, finding themselves into 6th place. Realistically, probably the best place they could finish this year. It is going to be a battle of 6th as we head into our last match day of the weekend. Again, Buenos Aires will be taking out Inter London. Inter London having claimed their championship at the end of their game there. Will be playing a bit of a dead rubber match. We'll see if Buenos Aires can eke 3 points out of that to secure themselves a 6th place finish on the year. Montreal United, however, will fall down into 7th place, and that does bump Seoul MFC down into 8th place as well. At the end of our game day, we do have a very, very interesting wind up to our season heading into match day 18. Congratulations again to Inter London, who finished the day as our season 3 champions. That'll be the end of our broadcast and the end of our day as we take the time away. Thank you for joining me. I've been your host, PVC. This has been match day 17 of season 3 of our Simulation Soccer League. Join us next time for Matchday 18 where we wrap up our season. Thank you and good night.